Well, well, well. Do not be a Clovass. Things have turned up a little bit in the granny fluid drama field, yeah? Let's just talk a little bit about this because last night, Australian time, which was early hours morning of American time, yeah, Tamara Wolf did a live stream, and lo and behold, Clovis was in the chat room going off left, right, and center. So I left it for about 20 minutes or so, just reading what Clovis was talking about and spewing her shit, because that's basically what it is. And the truth finally comes out, doesn't it, Clovis? Because when I jumped into the chat room, you changed your profile to your other one. I couldn't see what you were talking about, so I don't really care if you have 1, 2, 3, 4 fucking accounts. I don't care. But one of the things that you did say to me directly, that you still want to go to the Australian Embassy to see if they can investigate me of any suspicious activity that I may have on my internet. You said this before. It never happened. For you don't know, Clovis, I do have the Australian Federal Police. Now, if you want to know who the Australian Federal Police is, it's kind of like the Federal Police, the FBI in America. It's not the state police, it's the Federal Police. And one of their office is 800 meters from my place. And what you also don't know, Clovis, my cousin is actually a federal police officer. So let's put it in more perspective, Clove ass. If I had suspicious activity on my computer, on my internet, you will think a rocket science will work this out and they'll come knocking on my door, wouldn't they? Ask yourself this question, Clovis. Why haven't they done so? Because I've got no suspicious activity on my computer whatsoever. All I've got is all the information that you and others over the years, and I can go back to 2016 to now, of all the shit that's been going on. From the last Oregon standoff to the shit that went down with Pete Santilli, to the shit that went down with Mark Connor, to the shit that went down with Eric and Pete Santilli, to all the shit that went on in 2017 when Tamara Wolf's name first appeared around the grapevine, right up until now. And people ask me, show your evidence. Jamie, show your evidence. Well, you don't show your cards to the other person in a poker game, do you? You keep your cards close. You might put chips or money in the table like a bluff, but I know the bluff. I know the bribes that goes on in this fucking granny fluid when it comes to all this shit about Tamara Wolf or Wendy Begley Chapman. And we're going to talk something about what Clovis sent to me while that last court appearance was ramping up. You don't reveal your cards to the other person in a poker game. You keep your cards close to your chest. And then once the cards are all shown from the dealer, that's when you show your cards. So I'm just playing and holding back of all the stuff that I've got. But I will want to talk about one thing. And I want to correct Tamara Wolf in this. I did receive a video of the family of Wendy Begley Chapman. And no, it was not a funeral. What it was some type of memorial gathering down at a local reservoir in her area with Wendy Begley Chapman's other siblings and the minor disabled child. Who gave me this video to look at so I can actually hear the voice of Wendy Begley Chapman to see if this resonates to the voice of Tamara Wolf? It was Clovass. She went into Wendy Begley Chapman's personal profile on Facebook, went into the personal videos of a local gathering as a memorial respect of a family member who passed away down at a local reservoir. It was a memorial thing. It wasn't a funeral. It was just a gathering of family siblings with Wendy Begley Chapman, the minor disabled child, and her other siblings. I asked Clovass this question. What do you want me to do about this video? She said she wants me to listen to it to see if I can pick up the voice of Wendy Begley Chapman to see if this resonates, and in conjunction, if it's the same voice as Tamara Wolf that we all hear on YouTube. So I put these headphones on, I played it, and I said to Clovass, that's not Tamara Wolf. The voice is not the same. Good luck in your court case, Clovass, but you've got the wrong person. You have got the wrong person. This is when she came out and saying that Tamara Wolf is using a voice changer and she's changing her voice and so forth and so forth. No, there is no voice changes. What I heard on this video was a different person that everyone is trying to fucking go after to say and to proclaim that this Wendy Begley Chapman is indeed Tamara Wolf. You're wrong. My only question is, Clovass, why did you give me the video, but you didn't give it to anybody else that I am aware of? You may have, but you got me to personally to do your work, to listen to the voice and to see if this resonates, the connection between Wendy Begley Chapman and Tamara Wolf, down at a local reservoir, mind you, to pay respect to one of their family members who passed away. And if you think that I'm making this bullshit up, wait until I get subpoenaed to reveal my cards, which means to reveal my evidence. If this court case that you're trying to ramp up with your 16-year-old daughter, then go ahead. If you want me to provide evidence, subpoena me. And I will provide every single piece of evidence that I have. And ask yourself this question, Clovass. When you recognize that person on that video screen in the last court session, and you were told by your child who was in attendance that whispered in your ear, and that child said to you that is not Tamara Wolf, you passed that message on to your attorney inside that courtroom. You got pissed off and angry. You got off your chair and you stormed out of the fucking courtroom because that person that was on the video screen in the courtroom who was representing themselves was not the person that you thought it was. I don't want to bring children involved in this mess. But I will say one thing, and I'm not even going after Clovass children or anything, but I want to bring one thing up that will probably hit home to Clovass. A few years prior to this last court case, you did a live stream, Clovass. And unfortunately, during this live stream, your children was fucking screaming and crying, saying that they were fucking hungry and they needed something to eat. What I'm trying to say is, you paid more attention of what other people were fucking doing around social media or YouTube or so to speak, but you didn't pay enough attention to your own children who were hungry, who wanted something to eat. Is that a form of child neglect? That you allowed yourself to pay more attention, to put more effort, to put more time of what other fucking people were doing, but yet you spent less time on the people that truly care about you, your children. Now, I'm not saying that you're a bad parent or a bad guardian, but I start to question myself. If you have children that was screaming and carrying on in the background while you were live streaming that time, a few years prior to the last court case, but you spent time worrying about what other people were fucking doing, isn't that a form of neglect? Now, I heard rumors around that specific time that Child Protective Services was going to get called. And no, it wasn't me that was going to call them. It had nothing to do with me. But I look back on it in hindsight, I heard the rumors that someone was going to call Child Protective Services on you, Clovass, for not looking after your children properly. But yet you're worried about other people trying to cyber molest your child when you're the one that was spending hours upon hours, day in, day out, worrying about what other people were fucking doing. And they weren't even talking about you. They weren't talking about your children. They were talking about other things. But yet you had your children in the background screaming and carrying on saying that they were hungry and they needed something to eat. Feed me, mummy, feed me. I'm hungry. You might call me a fucking bullshit artist, Clovass, but I remember everything like it was fucking yesterday. Like it was yesterday. And now you're trying to start this up once again. You're still bringing out this fucking Australian embassy and all this. It didn't work last time, Clovass, and it's not going to fucking work this time. It is a fucking joke, and the joke is on you. Fool me once, shame on me, but fool me twice, shame on you. But how many other people have you... This is why I'm fucking laughing. I'm choking on my own laugh because it's a fucking hilarious. How many other people have you collaborated with over the years? Have you tried to get other people to do your dirty work as well, or you're doing this all by yourself? Now, you said something very interesting last night in Tamara Wolf's chat before you changed your profile. You said that you weren't taking Tamara Wolf or Wendy Begley chatting to court. You're going to let your 16-year-old daughter to take her to court. Unfortunately, Clovass, you're the one that's pulling the string. You're the puppet master. But my child has been distraught in this. That could be true. But who put that child in that place to begin with? You've got to pay for your own actions too. It's not just everybody else's fault. As far as I'm aware, no one has mentioned your fucking child. You have. You're saying that everyone that is against you cyber molested your child. Well, how is that when you're the one that passed the photograph around? But you said something interesting last night too in the chat room, Clovass. You said this, and I quote, "That didn't originate from me. That photograph was given to me by somebody else." Okay, I'll come back with a comeback question. Who gave you that photograph so you can pass that photograph around to other people? If it wasn't you that got that photograph of that child, who was it that got that photograph and to send it to you? Interesting, isn't it? That you have backpedaled. You had never said this before till last night in the chat room. You have never said that photograph didn't originate from you. But you also said this too, that you got tricked into this by that photo. Okay, my question as well, who tricked you? Was it yourself? We want names here, Clovass. We want names here. Who fucking gave you that photograph to begin with, and who fucking tricked you? Because you said that you got fooled, that you were a fool last night in Tamara Wolf's chat room. Who passed that photograph to you so you passed that photograph to everybody else, and now you're claiming that people been cyber molesting you and shit like that of your child? Who passed that photograph off when it wasn't originated from you, that you got spooked? Who was it? Who was it? You're the one that came out with all this shit last night, and you never did this before. Never. Why all of a sudden? Because 24 hours prior to Tamara Wolf made that video, I made a video right here stating that there's going to be another fucking court case coming up, another lawsuit. And then, from what I can gather, you shit yourself when I came into Tamara Wolf's chat room last night when you were spurting shit about the photograph wasn't originated from you, that you were tricked, that you were fooled, that you were spooked. Okay. You said enough, Clovass. You don't need to talk anymore. You've done enough damage on your own. But you're just like a little chihuahua that just keeps barking and barking and barking. You never shut up. And this is why it will never resolve, because you keep bringing fucking shit up. You said it. You proclaimed last night that you were fooled with all the shit that originated from. But you're the one that took supposedly took Wendy Begley Chapman to fucking court. But then when you realized that person was not on that screen, you got animated and you stormed out of the fucking courtroom. Don't fucking lie to me, Clovass. Don't fucking lie to me, because I'll catch you out left, right, and centre. Because you may be born yesterday under a rock. We need reality put back into this fucking mess. Where did it originate from, Clovass? All this fucking shit. Where did the docs of Wendy Begley Chapman originated from? I can tell you one thing, it didn't originate from me. It was given to me, but I wasn't the first person and wasn't the second or third person I was about the 5th person in line that fucking dox came to me. But where did that dox originate from, Clovass? I can tell you what I know. Damien said that he received it from Laurie. Damien passed this on to the Sentinels messenger group at that time. Because of the hour delay and the time difference between America and Australia, because at that time I was approximately 16 hours ahead. I woke up the next day before I went to work to check my messages and whatnot. And there's Damien message to me about this Dr. Wendy Begley Chapman. Now, before he actually sent that to me, he got his wife to do some research background check on Wendy Begley Chapman. At that present time, we had several phone numbers, several addresses, you name it. But where did that originate from? I'm not saying it originated from Laurie. I'm just going on from what was said to me. Damien received it from Laurie. Then Damien passed it around. By the time I got up the following morning, because of the time delay, I was about the 4th or 5th person in line to see it. And then rest is history. But where did it originate from, that dox, Clovass? I don't know. And that goes back to my previous question. Where did the photograph originate from that you passed around? You're saying it didn't come from you. It was given to you. Well, who was that person that gave that to you? My advice to everybody, don't be a Clovass. Because this is what happens. This is what happens. Do your rebuttal video, Clovass, because I don't give a fuck. But I'm calling you out on your bullshit. I'm calling you out. You want this to continue. You want to take this back to court. It failed last time. It's going to fail again. You say that you're a trust fund baby. Like in what I call it, you've got someone in the family passed away and there was some type of inheritance and that there was some money left behind. And you said that you don't need money. You've got a trust fund baby. You've got a trust account. Good for you. Good for you. But you keep also saying that you don't want your freedom to take away. I've heard other people say the same thing. They don't want their freedom to take away. When the soldiers went to war, freedom was not free. There was a price to pay. And a lot of men and women that served in the military sacrificed their life. If your life does not have a price, you are up for sale. Freedom is not free. People died for their freedom. There is a price to pay. There is a sacrifice to accomplish. If your life does not have a price on it, you are up for sale. Freedom was to fight for freedom. Freedom is not free. People died for their freedom. So we can have freedom. But yet, as it goes on, as generations come forward, they like to take their freedoms away, don't they? Freedom is not free. People have died for freedom. So other people can have freedom. There is a price to pay. And it's unlimited price, mind you. Unlimited price. But if you're trying to fight the truth, your life has a price. And if it does not have a price, your life is up for sale. Call me a fucking idiot. Call me a fucking coward. Call me any name under the sun. I know where I stand. And I had morals. You probably think I don't have morals. Well, you don't know me very well, do you? You only see me on this fucking internet. You don't know what I do in my personal life. People say I'm on the welfare. Really? Everything that I own, I work my ass off. I never begged for anybody to give me a free ride. Never. I worked my ass off from the age of 15 to now. I am almost 46 years of age. I never took one step fucking backwards. Yeah, I had a few problems in my life, but I dealt with them head on. I got myself back on my own 2 feet and I fucking moved forward. Every step begins with one step forward. I work my fucking ass off every single day. And you think I'm on the welfare, yeah? You obviously don't know me very well. You obviously do not fucking know me very well. I've got my own car. I've got my fucking place. I've got my own furniture. I've got my own fucking belongings. Because I fucking worked and paid for it out of my own pocket. Nobody else fucking paid for it. I pay taxes every fucking year. Matter of fact, before my daughter was 18, I was paying child support while her mother was a fucking phone bank, going from guy to guy to guy, different fathers to different fucking children that she had. But my daughter and I had the fucking father-daughter relationship that cannot be broken. As a matter of fact, I'll be seeing my daughter in 2 months' time. And I'm not going into the details of why I don't see my daughter every single day, because you guys and girls don't need to fucking know what happened. But let me tell you this. When that incident did fucking happen, I almost fucking died over it while I was working. I had a rock bottom. I had my fucking bank account completely bankrupt. All the money went to her. She took everything. She went to a different state for another guy. Matter of fact, the guy came here while I was at work, picked her up, picked my daughter up, and fucked off to another state while I was at work. And I won't tell you how much money it was, but let me tell you, it was in the tens of thousands of dollars milked out of my fucking bank account because of her. Milked. Tens of thousands of dollars that I saved up personally for the family was milked. And we go back to 2010. So don't tell me that I didn't have any problems in my fucking life. I've had plenty. But I worked my fucking ass off from when that incident happened to where I am now, and I'm a better fucking man than I ever been. And that's why I shoot straight at people. Because what happened back in 2010 in my personal life, it rotted me to the core. I wanted blood. I wanted revenge. I wanted everything. Until certain people that I trust got me down and said, Jamie, don't fucking do this. It's not worth it. They knew that I was going to go for blood. They knew I was going to go for revenge. They knew I was going to go for everything. But will I go and do that so I can be in prison for murder over a fucking idiotic fucking act that my ex-partner did? No. I wanted to be that man for I wanted to be the father. I wanted to be the father for my fucking daughter. I paid her education. I paid for fucking everything that she had. Paid for everything. While her mother was fucking around to every single bloke, opening her legs wide, come inside, it's place full. You guys, I never fucking talked about this ever till now. But I'm leaving a lot out of it because you people do not need to know. And you say I'm on a fucking welfare. I've been to counselling. I've been to psychiatrist because I was... Don't worry about it. And then I'm seeing this unfold where, you know, all this fucking bullshit. It's all over lies and bullshit. I've been lied to many, many fucking times. I don't need to lie to anybody. But many of you people say that I'm a liar, I'm this and this. Well, that's your prerogative. But most of you people weren't there from the fucking beginning. Most of you people jumped on the bandwagon around about 2020, 2021 during the COVID period. You didn't know what happened prior to all this shit. Most of you people don't even know what happened with Eric and fucking Pete Santilli. How that went down. I do. And it's not just me, there's other people that were around at the time. But majority of the people now, they don't know what happened back then. They only jumped on the bandwagon back in 2020, 2021. This has been going on for longer than that. I was introduced to Eric in late 2015. I was part of the Sentinels in 2016. Tamara Wolf's name came around the grapevine in 2017. By 2019, that's when YT Corp got established. So it's been going on for a while. To put that in perspective. But Clovass, who gave you the photo that you said it wasn't originated from you? And who fucking who spooked you? Who fooled you to believe that this was true? Who fooled you? You said it last night. You were fooled. You were spooked. Well, who was this person that fucking fooled you? Was it Brenda? Was it Laurie? I'm not saying they did this. I'm just spitballing names out there. We need fucking names here, Clovass. Who was it? Who was this person that gave you this fucking information that you proclaimed last night? That it didn't originate from you? Oh, well. That's all I've got to say about that. But Clovass, if you want to go to the Australian Embassy, be my guest. Fire! You know what you've got to do.